Take three. And I will be breaking this camera if it goes out again, if it's the camera, because it's a brand new camera and I'm tired of it. Okay, let's try it again. Dungeon Master Unintentional Failures. First of all, I consider myself a pretty damn good DM. I've been playing since '81 and occasionally DMing until the late '90s till the present. Since my job working me too much, hurricanes, ice storms, pandemics, lockdowns, dad getting sick, dad dying, dealing with the estate, dealing with the stuff, diabetes and vision problems. I had a wreck with a neck injury. That made a rhyme, didn't it? Has screwed this current stage of gaming life up until recently. I even got the wife to come out and play as well. Playing 5th edition. So at first, we had some fair gaming sessions that totally turned into a few terrible gaming sessions with this last group. It took hours for just one room. In fact, the last two sessions were actually a 45-minute adventure. About 8 to 10 hours and 45 minutes of actual adventuring got going. There was a little bit of ADD theater going on between everybody, but, you know, no. It was to get anywhere to do anything was like molasses. Every cue, hint, and every hook I put out there was either ignored or an entirely different direction was taken. I mean, players do that, but I had literally to ignore a few things so the party wouldn't get killed by the town guards. It was water deep, so city guards. Well, I think I should have had them killed. Was it me? Was it them? What was happening? My grave mistake? What was it? Not realizing you have inexperienced players or players that just don't get it. I didn't realize they just didn't know. I didn't realize they have an unrealistic expectation about the game. The curse of the old critical roleism once struck again. Uh, First of all, it's a character build and backgrounds and storylines that won't fit in my world or adventure. So, what to do to fit them in a storyline? Not that that was a minor one. That was a minor one that they will have to get over. But ultimately, it's my fault for not realizing. None of this was ever a problem with the old school rules because much of that was not a rule, but hand waved and thing as in, yeah, make a background if you want type thing. Most of them don't know what it to take, know when to take cues, aka blatant bullhorns with freaking neon signs. And only some of the experienced players or the DM somewhat railroading them. They can't learn, and I have a few that may not be able to. That's my fault that I should have noticed and realized. After a talk with one of the players, who's also a natural DM, I thought he was actually had been gaming and running games for a very long time. Uh, I think I think in the style of an old school master, at least he will be if I can teach him right. Was also very helpful with a critique. Pretty much everyone is on the spectrum as well. I call it ADD theater, and they seem to be a huge percentage of the gamers now. Lots of non-game chatting in the middle of the game. That's going to have to stop. Lots of everyone going in every direction and almost splitting the rest of the party. Lots of metagaming of knowledge they don't know. I mean, they know, but their character doesn't. We can remedy this by using private messages on the phone. I think that may be something to do. Um, I lost control of the game, but the controls are already cut. At the same time, you can't herd cats. Well, my mojo is gone for the time being, and I let this one guy know he's going to DM. I hope it makes me feel better. I actually really truly just want to play and not DM after this experience. I don't know if I want to DM 5e anymore unless it's for brief one shots. Um, I used to be so monumentally, profoundly awesome as a DM, but I catch myself on some sort of quest for that magical feeling that gaming used to give me, but it's not there. But neither is anything else hobby wise, except for maybe a few computer games. I catch myself even avoiding computer games and everything for some damn reason. But let's go back to the point. Spoiled little DM bitch. That's me. Another problem I have is the ability to organize in my GD small space like a chair or coffee table. Screwed up my home games as well. The best games I ever ran were in my mead hall. I made up my own building for gaming that's full of stuff. A sacred space for gaming. It was set up with a 4x8 by 1 inch grid dry erase board. In other words, it's 4 sheets of graph paper side by side, basically in equivalent. Best of all, the DM's position. I had a chair with a small table around me to stage and organize everything behind the DM's position. I had a chair and small tables to basically to get behind my screen and the screen. So sadly, it started getting filled up with everybody else's stuff, and now more stuff for my dad's estate makes the entire building impossible for gaming. A few years ago, before Hurricane Laura, uh, I got everything up and ready again. But once again, Laura screwed that life completely up. Then the ice storm. Then Dad got sick and he died. Then the meat hall got filled up with his estate. Then my job went to ape shite within hours, as in working me to death. Then the job turned into a backstabbing Game of Thrones BS. Then a layoff. Then a rehire. Then just the loss of will to do anything until recently. I've just been sick of not doing anything other than working and heading towards death. The disappointment and dissatisfaction with my DM failure is a major one for me. I think I'm going to step back and play and gather energy for DMing at a later time. Thank you.